Hi Jennifer, how you doing? I've got you queued up here, and I'd like to take a look at your magazine. I think you're doing some really interesting visual things, and you're doing some very cool things. But there's some things I think that we can concentrate on typographically that will make the work even more appealing. Let me show you what I mean. I think I'm going to use some examples this week while I give this little quick lecture, just so you can see what I'm talking about as well as hear what I'm talking about. Okay, garnish. It's a good name. I'm not sure if this is the right typeface, and let me explain why. It's a really tall and thin typeface. So it's not commanding a whole lot of attention like your head face should, your typeface should for your masthead. Okay, so this is tall and thin, which means it takes up little room this way, and it doesn't even really take comparatively that much room. It's just a real strange shaped letters for a masthead because it's just not commanding a whole lot of attention. Let me show you what I mean. I just have some really simple web searches here. This one is simply food magazine covers. And I just want to use this to show you what I mean, okay? Typically, you're going to have something like this. Something like this, where it's really apparent. I mean, that masthead is just, it's right there, okay? And then just keep that in mind and then take a look at the garnish. It's just, let me even back off a little further because I think we'll even be able to see it more if we see what I'm saying. So I think if you were to select a different typeface that wasn't quite so stylish, so quite so, I guess trendy might be a good word. Something that a little more, I'm going to leave that up to you. I just would like to see a little bit more area being taken up by the masthead, something like. Okay, and don't forget, that's really super important area. So, well, think about the way that that's presented. Do some visual research. Please feel free to take a look at some web searches like I just did, and visual research is good. Okay, let me move on here. The front cover. Okay, so we talked about the assignment that we talked about that we did this week was creating this continuation from the front cover through the contents page and through to the feature spread. Now, I think you've done that, but you've done that using some tricks that aren't typographic. So that's the problem that I'm having. You can create all this continuation without having to rely on, and I think in this case, you're relying on this green box. Okay, here it is here. You're using it to draw this continuation from here to here. Okay, there's the green box again. And then there's the green box that goes from the type page to the, okay, so you understand the idea of creating this harmonious continuation, okay? I'm just a little concerned that you should be doing it typographically as opposed to the easy way out, which is placing this green block, okay? So that's my comment there. I think I would like to see you do more typographically and less with trying to do less with color. A lot of design students have a tendency to want to place things in boxes. So I want you to get out of that habit, okay? Boxes, 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 boxes here. Here's a box here, okay? So as far as this goes, the rest of the cover looks good, but I'm thinking there's no hierarchy here, okay? So these are all using the same typeface, and they're all relatively the same size. So, you know, which one do you want me to look at first? I'm the viewer. I'm going, well, what's going to be the most important thing here? I don't know. I can't tell. So where am I going to go first? I don't have a roadmap. I'm lost. Okay, you have to provide the viewer with that roadmap by giving visual cues as to what is the feature story and what isn't. So, for example, you have here cooking with duck in this big thing. One would automatically assume that cooking with duck is your feature story. But we go down to the spread, the contents page here, and there's nothing telling us that is the feature story. Shouldn't that be drawn out or somehow called out to make us know? There's no real hierarchy here telling us that that's the feature spread, okay? Do you see what I'm saying? Excuse me. You have healthy sample dishes. I see that you're just listing these according to the page, which means that you have to create some other sort of visual hierarchy um, to indicate what's the feature spread and what's the most important place to go. Okay. You got to get rid of the boxes, those green boxes. Okay. Type looks pretty good. These are really long paragraphs. I kind of think there would be at least one or two breaks in there. There should be. Other than that, you're looking pretty good typographically. I think this is enough that it's time to take a. Let me see if you did something here. Okay, that's. I wanted to see this in spreads, but I didn't download it, and I'm already over 6 minutes. Let me see what I need to do here. This is. Let me download this, because I just want to see if you if I put this out in InDesign. I mean, I'm sorry, in PDF. Okay. Okay, so if I go over here, this is looking like it's almost like a. Actually, now that I look at this, this is not a good typeface. I'm glad I opened this in PDF. This isn't a good typeface. It's not very legible. It's almost a bold typeface, and it's really super heavy. And I think it's not a good typeface for body copy. I would reconsider that. Okay, glad I looked at that up close. Okay. I think that's about all I have, Jennifer. Yeah, that's all I have. Oh, I wanted to look at this in spreads. That's right. Let's go over here to take a look at where page display. And I'm just going to go to two-page view to see if. Okay, so that's what your spread would look like. I mean, is that what you want your spread to look like? I think it's really, really bland. I think this area could really be drawn up beautifully. Again, look at visual research. There's a lot of space in between cooking and with duck. Also, it's not likely that you're going to use the same typeface for your headline, for your interior headline of your feature spread as you're using for the magazine itself. That doesn't, you wouldn't see that happening. Okay. The masthead should be masthead. That's something that should be often set on its own. You've got a more of a, same thing here. So, okay, there you have it. Move forward with that, and we'll take it from there. If you have any questions, please give me a holler. Okay, thanks, Jennifer.